Hi, everyone. This is Lisa coming back to you live with love and light. Thank you for being here today. I hope everyone can see me. Um, I'm here with a message today about never giving up on your healing. And I want to encourage everyone to continue to heal. That is so important. Your healing is everything. I hope everyone can see me okay, because that is so important. And never let anything interfere with your healing process. It's so important, people. I have gone through so much. As I said before, I'm not a certified therapist. However, I am someone who has lost at least 10 people during a shutdown. And it has been overwhelming, because besides my mother, I lost a really good friend who was only a few years older than me. I was able to attend that funeral because it was here in Massachusetts. Um, so I talk a lot about healing because even at church, I try to get to know some of the members there, because what I realize is that some people they are going through grief due to loss. And some of the people who are there, I don't even know. I didn't even know they were going through uh, a loss. So I had a chance to sit down with a couple of people and found out their story. And what I'm learning is that some people are suffering in silence, and that's not okay. That people are suffering in silence. And it's so important for people to be able to heal. Healing is important, people. Please take care of your health, take care of yourself, and just keep going, because there's going to be a few days where you're going to feel like you can't do this because of the depression and the feeling. So please move forward. Don't allow yourself to be stagnated, because it's so easy to let that happen, because you get caught up in a moment of grief. And the not so good thing about this is that the grief can hit you at any given moment. And even now, after 3 years, I still, go through this situation with the grief, and not being able to speak to my mom, especially when there's some good things that are taking place in my life. And I would love to speak to her about it and have a conversation with her, but I'm unable to, because sometimes I forget she's not here. And so, what I do sometimes is just cry and ask God to bring me through it. And that's another thing, my faith in God, and, just reaching out to God. God is really answering my prayers, because I lean on Him so much. Because, as I said before, that when I was going through all these things, I started to see people who were in my life. They were not there for me. I was always subservient to other people, doing for them, helping them. But when I needed something, and I'm not talking about monetary benefits, etc., but just for somebody to be there and to understand, they were not there. And so God was showing me who was in my life, who was real, who was authentic, and who was not. And I still didn't want to believe it and see it at first, but I had to. I had to understand that these people were never there. So, what I started to do when I first started doing therapy and I was given homework, I started to, my part of my homework was the pro and the con list. These people who were in my life for a long time. Okay, what are the pros of this relationship? And we're not talking about just necessarily um, romantic relationships, but friendships. People who I've known a long time. What are the pros and what are the cons? And what I started to realize as I started to do that homework is that the cons outweighed the pros. So what I'm saying here, all the good things is the pro, and the cons are the negatives. And all of the cons started to outweigh the pros, and it's not okay. And when I started to express little by little to people what I was going through and what I was feeling, because I had never felt anything like that. When I lost my father, it was difficult, but losing my mom was really hard, and all these deaths and things. And people think, okay, we're not going through it right now. The economy, we're out of the COVID. Get over it. And like I say, if you don't know what to say, just don't say anything, because saying something like that can trigger someone's grief, and it can make them go in a place of isolation to the point where their depression can take over and people can become suicidal. So the best thing to do is to give your condolences and just offer to listen, because we know we can't bring back the loved one. We already know that. However, what we can do is listen to the person who's grieving, because they lost a huge part of their life, someone who meant so much to them. And we need to just, even if we can't say anything or don't know what to say, just listen. And that's what I needed during that time. Just somebody who was going to listen and hear, and just, listen. And therapy is so important, people, as I said. And if you don't want to do the one-on-one with a therapist, there's grief counseling groups in your area, wherever you are, whatever state you are from. So try Googling and looking for those bereavement uh, group for people who want to meet in, either online or in person, because you're going to meet other people like yourself who are grieving loved ones, and they may have a tip or advice on how to get through this, because it's not easy. It's, and I still have my moments. As I said before, Sunday night is very difficult, but I find ways to get through it. Music helps, and I stay closely connected to God through prayer and church, and just one day at a time, because you never get over it, but you get through it. And there's ways to do that. So please reach out in your area to a counseling group. I'm also thinking about having another seminar next month. This one will be on a Saturday. So I'm not going to give too much information here. I have my reasons why I'm not going to do that. But what I will do is share my email address so that you can contact me. If anyone is serious about attending these seminars, please RSVP by email, because that way I need to know how many people are going to show up, so I know how much refreshments to have available. So please RSVP as soon as you can, and letting me know that you're interested in attending a Saturday event for next month. My email address is Lisa Vaughn, VAUGHN 410 at gmail.com. So please send me that email letting me know, and I will respond and give you the information to make sure that you have the information for the event. Also, there'll be free parking as well, so you don't have to worry about feeding the meter. But I want people to attend, because there are a lot of people who are silently grieving the loss of a few loved ones, or one loved one in particular, and they're not, um, they're having a difficult time, because, like I said, pain, if it doesn't go anywhere, it stays within you and it stagnates you. And that means there's no growth if there's stagnation. So the outlet for pain is just, even just crying, and just, doing things to pamper your inner child to help you get through it. Therapy for me helps a lot, and I still do therapy once a week. It's so important, people. And one of the things that happened to me yesterday is that I woke up and I thought about every person in my life who was there for a while, and some of the things that was done to me that was horrific, which I'm not going to go into details, but I still was trying to keep these people in my life, because I've known many of them most of my life. However, I started to look at, the whole picture, like the picture of a puzzle, and saw that I was being subservient. These people didn't really care about me. Words are words, they'll say they did, but they didn't. Even many of my own family members. And so it was difficult, to cut off, block, and delete. But if it's not beneficial and it's not an equal give and take, and people are not helping me, they just come into me so that they can get something from me or whatever. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm only helping people who are genuine, trustworthy individuals who really want to heal and learn how to do this, and other people who are just, doing low vibrational stuff. I have taken them out of my energy, because I have tried and tried, and I'm not that old Lisa Vaughn where I'm just gonna be subservient. Because as I said before, I don't like conflict and I don't like confrontation. So I would just make it easier for other people, not argue with them, just give them what they want and then let it flow. But that's not a friendship. That's not the way to have any type of friendship or any kind of relationship with anyone. Because I had to learn that I do matter, and self loving on myself. We all should self love each other. And if you don't love yourself, what do you have to give to somebody else? So, healing certain areas of my life was necessary. And I am worth it, just like you are worth it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And if people are coming in your life and not wanting to cheer you on or to help you heal, and they don't see the benefit of it, then I would set boundaries. It's important to set boundaries with people when you're dealing with people. Set boundaries. And, if people cross those boundaries, for me, I just cut off, block, and delete. Because as I say on this channel, everything that I'm doing, um, especially, for my health, my mental and physical health is everything. This is how you get better, one day at a time, one brick at a time. Nothing is overnight. But the another way to get better too is removing toxic situations from your life. And I had to learn how to do that little by little. And it wasn't easy, it was painful because it meant removing certain people from my life. Didn't matter if it was family, because I wake up and I say to myself, I didn't ask for certain people to be my family. If I had a choice in a matter, this wouldn't be it. And honestly, and I'm just speaking my truth here, it is because none of these people were ever there for me. And they don't they don't intend to be there for me. And knowing what I was going through, knowing all the loss and everything, people, if someone shows you who they are, whether it's family, friends, or otherwise, believe them. They're showing you, believe it. And so I had to learn how to remove the toxic situations from my life, set boundaries. When the boundaries, of course, was being crossed more than once, cut off, block, and delete for me, because once I start to heal and start to self love on myself, I know that I'm worth it. Whether anyone, whether these other people believe that or not, doesn't matter. I need to believe it. I know I'm worth it. God knows that I'm worth it. And He's here in my corner, because if it's not for Him, I wouldn't be able to do anything, because God was carrying me through these difficult times. It was so hard, but it gets better in time. Everything, little steps. And anyone who's listening to this video today who's feeling depressed, or even they just feel like that they need support, please reach out. Please reach out in your area and find a therapist and connect with them right away. And a bereavement support group will help as well. And for those who are subscribers and who listen to this channel regularly, please share this information. This is another reason why I want to have a live seminar so people can attend, and then we can talk about this in person. So please send an email, lisavaughn410 at gmail.com. letting me know that you will be available for a Saturday event next month. And also share, like, and subscribe. Share this video, which is important because someone is somewhere feeling isolated, depressed, and they just need support. And I am here to support as I grow and get better. I am paying it forward to help other people. And those people who grow and get better, then you pay it forward to help other people. This is how we heal. And I keep myself away from those who don't want to see me heal. Anyone who doesn't want to see you heal and grow and get better, you have to think about what you want to do in that situation. I say set boundaries. It's so important because your mental and physical health is everything. Without that, you can't help yourself and you surely cannot help anybody else. It's important. So, everyone, thank you for listening today. I will be back tomorrow with a new message, and I will see you then. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Please get out for a walk or just, music or anything that's going to help lift that mood if you are feeling depressed. Thank you again. This is Lisa sharing love and light. Until the next time, have a great day.